Hey, what's up, my amazing subscribers? I'm so glad you're here, and it makes me super excited to know you want to learn more about my life. But hey, don't think my life is just all about sports and parties. Nope. There is way more to me than that. I'm absolutely in love with music, and for a while now, I've been fully immersed in learning to play the Santur, a beautiful traditional Iranian instrument. I've been working really hard to master it and improve my skill. So, if you're into music and want to get a behind the scenes look at my life, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. My music academy is actually one of the oldest and best in Iran. It's located just north of Sohrawardi Square in Tehran, which is a pretty famous area. The academy has been around for years and has trained some of the most talented musicians in the country. It's definitely a place where you can feel the rich history of Persian music, and I'm so lucky to be learning here. My Santur teacher is the amazing Mr. Rafiyan, and I have to say he is incredibly precise and dedicated in his teaching. I have been lucky enough to be his student for around 3 years now, and every lesson is a step forward in improving my skills. He really knows how to bring out the best in his students, and I'm so grateful to have him as my teacher. Many years ago, when I first started learning the Santur, I took lessons at a music academy located near Baharistan Square in Tehran. The academy was managed by the legendary tar player Master Lotfi, who was well known for his unique approach to music. Unfortunately, when I was learning there, he was unwell and couldn't be present, but the academy was still run according to his teaching methods. Master Lutfi believed that the best way to learn music was by truly listening to it. He didn't emphasize learning musical notation, especially at the beginning, because he felt that focusing on ear training was the key to developing a deeper connection to music. So, following his approach, I started learning by listening carefully. Every session, my teacher would play a note or a passage on the santur, and I would either record his sound or film a video to practice at home. At first, it was super tough because listening was never easy for me, but over time, I started getting the hang of it. It was a challenging process, but gradually I was able to play different musical modes of Persian music on the Santur. It took a lot of patience and persistence, but the progress was totally worth it. For about 5 or 6 years, I was learning and practicing the Santur just by listening to recordings and trying to replicate what I heard. It was a great experience because it really helped me develop my ear and feel for the music. But then I got the chance to join a group of musicians, and that's when everything started to change. The group suggested that I start learning sheet music or notation so I could better coordinate with them during our sessions. It was a bit of a challenge at first, but it opened up a whole new world for me and really helped me improve my playing and musical understanding. It was almost 2 months before the start of the pandemic when we had a big successful performance with that same music group. Unfortunately, just 2 months later, lockdowns hit and I was forced to stop my Santur classes. The classes did move online, but I have to admit I didn't have the best relationship with online learning. After a few sessions, I just couldn't stay as focused and I decided to pause the lessons. I just kept practicing on my own at home. It wasn't easy, but I did my best to stay consistent and keep improving on my own. Right after the pandemic, I reconnected with an old friend of mine who also happens to be a very talented musician. We hadn't seen each other in a while, but when we caught up, she suggested something that changed the course of my musical journey. She told me that it might be a good idea to switch teachers and start learning sheet music in a more complete and professional way. She really emphasized how important it was to understand musical notation fully if I wanted to advance and play more complex pieces in the future. It was definitely a game changer moment for me.
اینا خیلی من اینو تون میزنم ولی بقیه آروم میشه.
After I took my friend's advice, I made the decision to change my teacher and take a more professional approach to learning music. I started studying with Master Rafiyan, who is now my current Santur teacher. He's been an incredible guide in my musical journey. What really sets him apart is his teaching method. He uses Farahmand Paivar's book, which are entirely based on musical notation. This is a more structured and complex approach, and it has truly elevated my understanding of music. Farahmand Paivar's method is known for its depth and precision, focusing on a systematic study of musical theory and technical skill. At first, it felt like a big leap from my previous ear-based learning, but I quickly realized how much more it allowed me to express myself musically. By focusing on sheet music, I'm now able to play more advanced pieces, and it's given me the tools to explore the intricacies of Persian classical music in a way I hadn't imagined before. The journey hasn't been easy, but it has been incredibly rewarding, and I can already see how much I have improved.
دو سی لا سول لا سی سی دو دو ره می سول فا می ره دو ره این چی شد اینا اصلا نزدید تو خونه ها یه چیزی کم بود از اینجا ره می سول
الان یادم افتاد یه بار دیگه بزن.
All right, let's dive in and learn a little bit more about the santur. According to research and studies, the santur is one of the oldest and most ancient musical instruments in the entire span of Iran's history.
خب این باید اینجوری صدا بده ها. میگه سی میره دو می فا.
It's a traditional string instrument that has been around for centuries, and it has such a rich cultural significance. Its unique sound and history make it an essential part of Persian music, and honestly, it's an instrument that truly speaks to the soul.
بس میشم یه نوتش رو الان دیدم دوباره همون اتفاقه. ره دو سی دو سی 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 ره دو میره. این ره دو رو میزنید دوره شما. اینو آره آره آره.
The Santur, also known as the Persian dulcimer, is one of the oldest and most iconic instruments in Iranian history. It has such a unique sound and is deeply rooted in Persian culture, making it an essential part of traditional Iranian music. Some researchers believe that the santur in its ancient form originated in Iran and gradually spread to other parts of Asia. In fact, it's fascinating to see that today similar versions of the santur can be found being played in countries like Iraq, Turkey, Syria, Egypt, Pakistan, India, Tajikistan, China, Vietnam, Korea, Ukraine, and even Greece. If there's one piece of advice I would give to anyone who's been learning music for years, it's this. Consistent practice is absolutely the right key you need. No matter how long you've been playing or how much you think you know, there's always something new to learn. Never stop practicing and always be open to discovering new techniques and styles. I've learned that growth in music doesn't come from talent alone. It's the result of dedication, persistence, and a mindset that's always eager to improve. The more you practice, the more you grow, both technically and creatively. I've learned that growth in music doesn't come from talent alone. It's the result of dedication, persistence, and a mindset that's always eager to improve. The more you practice, the more you grow, both technically and creatively. So, whether you're just starting out or you're years into your musical journey, keep pushing yourself to learn new things and expand your horizon. The journey is just as important as the destination.